So I'm Pepe Elwert, and I'm a theology student from Germany who came here for the fall term to do several internships in Toronto. And one of these internships is at PWRDF, the Primates World Relief and Development Fund, with Sheila in the field of the Just Generation initiative. Oh, it's been great. It's been a wonderful time, really. I had the chance to meet so many interesting people, and it felt like gathering so many experiences and information that I'm looking forward to this time of taking a step back and reflecting what has happened these past months, and what can I take for the future from all these experiences. And it's really been a nice time. So my experience with food would be the story how I became a little corn farmer myself. And that's a couple of years ago that I joined a campaign that was quite popular in Germany, that tried to move people to join this campaign and to grow their own corn wherever they stay. You don't have to possess lots of land, but you can just become a corn farmer by growing 6, 7, 8 plants on your balcony or in your backyard or on the roof of your garage or wherever you have the space. My corn was grown on the balcony. There's a nice space there that is quite sunny, but also a bit of shade, so it's perfect to grow corn. There was lots of suspicion amongst the population because there were no long-term experiences with this genetically manipulated material. Once you plant it in the open space, the pollen of the plants can just spread and they can go to other fields. And that means if you are a traditional corn farmer who's growing from seeds without genetically manipulated material, then your field might also turn into a genetically manipulated field because the pollen are flying from one field to another. So this initiative tried to raise awareness for this problem. In Germany there's a rule for how you're allowed to plant genetically manipulated material. At least by that time the rule was that any farmer that is planting traditional non-GMO material is should be secured by a certain area. So the idea of the campaign was, if you are growing your own little corn field in your backyard, you can register as a corn farmer. In Germany, you would officially be recognized as a corn farmer if you have at least 7 plants of corn. So all these friends of mine and myself, we registered our corn farms, and after doing that, you have the right to know where in your area there is any field with genetically manipulated seeds. So I think that is really impressive that more than 100,000 people in Germany joined this campaign of becoming a small corn farmer, and thereby they really made a statement that this zone where we are growing our corn should be without genetically manipulated material. And I think that's an ideological reason, because people wanted to make a statement against putting a copyright on nature. I think that yeah, we are, if we are planting a seed and watering it, I think it's still kind of a miracle that something grows out of that small seed, and that is not something that should be completely commercialized, or that has to be optimized by changing the genetics of that. By that, I think we are messing with nature in a way that we cannot really understand the consequences, but we're just doing it. So I think that's kind of dangerous. So from my point of view, yeah, this campaign was nice because it really engaged people who were interested in making a statement for non-genetically manipulated material, and yeah, who like to garden, and it was a nice movement. People started to exchange seeds and grow different types of corn, and even today you can find a map where it says all the locations where you find corn farmers in Germany, and there are still thousands of corn farmers. Well, as a student, of course, I somehow feel myself somehow being in a dilemma at times, because I want to consume in a better way, but because of limited finances and limited time and resources in general, it's not easy. I cannot always buy the best biological meat at a high-end butcher. So sometimes you have to make compromises. But what I find important for myself is trying to somehow have an awareness for what I consume in terms of food. So things should be regional, I think, from around the region, and seasonal. Of course, it's great to have strawberries for Christmas, but where are these strawberries coming from? And I think there's so much that we are not asking ourselves today if we are shopping in a supermarket, but we're just taking it for granted. But yeah, I think there can really be an impact if we try to get more awareness for what we consume, how much we consume, when we consume it.